Well, hey there, litter mates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty. You guys, we are in the middle of November. We're not in October. We're not in September. Like, we are full on in autumn, almost winter, November. And I don't know how we got here because I'm pretty sure yesterday was Halloween, if I'm being 1,000% honest about this. I don't know how the rest of you feel. When did TK animate the Pounce logo? Well, he did that. So that's actually been up there for a while now. I believe that he did that months ago when we came back, and he changed the look of the show. It's really cool, actually. It's a little stamp that goes over each of the thumbnails each week. It's just one of those nice little wonderful details that he catches and does because he's so amazing, you guys. Hi everyone. It's so good to see you all. I really appreciate that we did not have a show the first week of the month. It was election night, and I know we're not going to get into it really, but I know everybody was, focused on that, and I didn't want to take away from that. So um, yeah, let's talk about other things tonight. I think that's probably a good break for everybody, honestly. Thanksgiving is next week. You are not wrong. And with Thanksgiving comes Black Friday. Lots of small businesses do, Small Business Monday. We do Black Friday. We do Black Friday weekend, actually. So if you are new to this, we do a huge sale. We used to do two sales. We used to do one in May, and then we would do the Black Friday sale. We've really come back down to just the Black Friday sale because we do the box set in April and May. So the Black Friday sale is 30% off store wide. The only exceptions to those are holiday colorways that we are coming out with and boxed sets, which are still available right now. The tea time set the tea set is still available for purchase if you did not pick yours up. We're still taking orders for those. So, hey there. But yeah, 30% off everything in the shop. So everything you see behind me will be 30% off, except for, like I said, tea set. And then we will have a patron exclusive colorway that is a holiday inspired colorway that you guys actually steered the ship on. The patrons steered the ship on that. So if you're interested in that colorway, it will be available on Cat's Cradle Fingering. It will be available on BKDK, and it will be available on Floof. We're not doing that one on the specialty yarns this time around. And it's going to have a vintage, whimsical fantasy wonderland, like winter wonderland vibe to it. So I'm very excited about it. It's going to be beautiful. But yeah, you finally got the tea set yesterday. You so pretty. I'm so glad to hear it finally showed up, Vicky, and I'm glad you like it. Um, if you ordered a tea set and you didn't pre-order, yours are on the way. We just put an order in for some more yarn for those that should be here on Thursday. I will be dyeing Thursday and Friday night. So here's the thing about Black Friday, because a lot of people don't realize this. Black Friday is a great way for businesses to get rid of inventory before the end of the year for tax purposes, right? So it's our way of getting through our inventory, being able to have the ability to try new things, to put new stuff out in the shop for you, and to just dye fresh, right? So I am not going to add to my inventory for Black Friday. What is in the shop right now is what's available on hand. However, because we love you guys and we do dye to order, if you order on Black Friday or Black Friday weekend and you order yarn that is not available but is dyed to order, that'll be 30% off too. So you can essentially order a sweater quantity worth of whatever colorway you're after, even if we're sold out of it. Like Larkspur right now, I'm basically sold out of Larkspur. I might actually dye a little Larkspur on one of the bases just so that I have some to show off, right? But if you were to order a sweater's quantity of Larkspur in BKDK as an example, it's still 30% off. You won't get it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday because I have to order the yarn and then dye it. But you will have it before Christmas, unless like they're completely out of that base for some reason. And it will still be the 30% off. So that's something new we started last year. And I'm okay with it. I mean, it's our way of just looking back to you guys and saying thank you. Didn't get into the tea set, sadly. I missed out. No worries, Jet. Like I said, it's if you're into it, if you like it, if you like the look of it, it's still available until the end of this month. You can still order it. If it wasn't for you, you're not going to hurt my feelings, honest to goodness, because not every single set that we make is going to be for everybody, right? That's impossible, and that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. You're not breaking my heart with that. Larkspur. I know Larkspur is like our most popular colorway. We always sell out of it. So if you weren't at the Vancouver show in Washington at Hook and Needle, it was a blast. I was told it was the most successful trunk show that they've ever had. I absolutely adore that shop. It's so inviting. The crew there are wonderful. Their community is wonderful. It's really easy to get to, you guys. Like Vancouver, Washington, no offense if you live there, is a nightmare to get to, like to drive through. The freeways are all crazy from a person who comes from Portland. So I was a little concerned about that, but I got off the freeway and bam, you're there. It was it's on the site now. Yes, Jet, it is absolutely on the site now. In fact, I can get a link. Do you want let me get the link. If you're a patron and you want the Patreon color as well, you do have to go through our Patreon website. So patreon.com/bosskitty. The link to the patron set is there. However, the base set is still available until the end of the month if I can learn how to type. Just one sec. There we go. I'm just getting the link for you. So right here, we'll just grab this. You see it? Awesome. Okay. Cool. I'll throw the link in here for everybody else. So you just go to bosskittyshop.com, which I've just thrown up in there. And the, here you go. I'll show you guys real quickly. There you go. So this is the front page. We should probably put this banner up so it's a Black Friday one. I'll let TK know that because I forgot. But if you come down here, it's one of the featured items, the tea set. It's right here. When you click on this to order it, it is dyed to order, remember. They're going to give you different options. You choose your base. So Cat's Cradle, BKDK, you can choose those. They're the same price. They're the $150. Floof is going to be $160, so that's $10 more. You can get the Pinkies Up edition, which is all kitty glitter, and you can do that in either the Cat's Cradle, the BKDK, or the Floof. So those are your options. So you just choose which one you want and then add it to the cart, and it will automatically change the pricing for you, and then it'll let me know which one you're choosing. This is also a concoction that TK has created. He had to go through an app, and it's a whole thing, and TK, I can hear that you're watching in the other room, I think at least, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. You are the best partner ever. I love you so much. So let's get out of this. There we go. Okay, so yeah, everything that's behind me will be on sale. Everything in the shop will be on sale except for the tea set and the holiday colorway, like I said. We'll probably be doing a sneak peek of the holiday colorway for the public sometime next week. We'll like to hype up. And you guys are going to see some appearances from Mittens, because Mittens and TK have been working on some really exciting things, like super exciting things. I don't have all the deets on it, but he's coming, you guys. Santa better watch out. What do you think would go best in a handspun project with Larkspur? Ooh. So is the handspun is it a chunkier handspun? If it's a sport weight, if it's a sport weight, I'd probably go with the fingering, truthfully. Unless, honestly, you could go either way with the BKDK or if it's sport. I tend to spin sport weight if I'm not thinking about it. So like, this is not mine, but a little bit thicker than this, right? Or a little finer than this, I would say. This is technically a DK. It's actually what my sweater's made out of. Steffi, you know what? It's okay if you can't order from us this time around. You can always order next time. We do giveaways and things like that too, so watch out for those. But yeah, you could probably go either way. Really, it's just whether or not you want the Larkspur depending on what the weight of the Larkspur is. If it's really fine, obviously the fingering weight. If it's a little chunkier, I'd go with the DK. You're working Black Friday. What time is the show that day? The show is going to start at, we normally do it at 9. Let me think for a second here. 9 to 10 to 11 to 12. Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what time the show starts. And when the show starts is when the sale starts, okay? The sale will go all the way through until midnight on Monday, because we do like to cover Monday as well for you guys. So 11:59 p.m. Monday Pacific time. That's how long the sale will go on, but we'll be live for about 2 hours or so, give or take, on Saturday, or I mean Friday rather. Jeez, Friday, Black Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And during that time, it's like HSN Boss Kitty style. So anything I have in stock, I'm more than willing to show off to you with other colorways. And this year we have fiber as well, which means you can hold those fibers up with like the speckles and stuff and see what goes well together, so that you can do things like your, you can put already commercially spun yarn with your hand spun, which is really cool. A brass monkey is good. Yes. What color would go? So brass monkey is great with larkspur. Tea time of the soul is really great with larkspur. Oh my gosh, there's so many options. Mithril, if you're going for that vibe, Mithril's really great. Tales from St. Olaf looks really good with larkspur. Forest Park looks really good with larkspur, and it's a little more muted if you're not looking for a lot of contrast. But yeah, brass monkey is a definite absolute yes, and it's the base of the color anyway. Being allergic to pretty much all natural fibers except for cotton. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Steffi. Including superwash. I mean, there are some people who are allergic to superwash as well. And larkspur knits up in a cool way so it can handle bright pops of color too. It can. I have seen people put bath yellow with larkspur, which blows my mind, but it looks really great, you guys. It's actually a really versatile color. I did a shawl with larkspur, Forest Park, and tea time, and it was tops. I am sorry to hear that, Steffi. We might at some point in time start carrying cotton, but it's not going to be for a little bit, just because I need to flesh out the fiber that we're working with these days too. But yeah, so we'll be willing to show off all colorways together. We'll show off the holiday colorway. I will probably show off some of the box set again. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a blast. It'll be so much fun. Okay, so now that I've talked your ear off on that, what else? So the Black Friday sale is actually our last big event of the year. We don't have anything else planned for 2024. We have our holiday show, and then we do the New Year's Eve show every year, which is because New Year's is my birthday, so I like to, celebrate with you guys. But as far as big releases or sales, this is it. And I'm also going to point out to you that at this point, we no longer have the option to hold off on raising our prices in 2025. It's just no longer economically sound for us. So unfortunately, we will be raising prices on almost all of our bases. The floof and the super floof, because they came out this year, we priced them correctly. So they're already at the price they're going to be at. We're raising everything else up by $2. So it will be on par with the floof and the super floof. So your Cat's Cradle, BKDK, and floof will all be $30. The super floof, the kitty glitter will be $36, and the mohair ball will be $34. Unfortunately, thank you so much, Disco. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, we've put this off for a good 5 years or so at this point, and we can't anymore. So we do. But this is a good chance for you guys to get not only stuff at our price right now, but at a 30% discount. So we really want to go out 2024 with a bang, and then come back next year with some really cool stuff for you guys. So yeah, that's what's going on next year. We've got lots of good, exciting things that are coming in. I'll go into more detail about those later, but just so you've got an idea, we're doing local yarn shop day. We're going to be at A Little Knitty in Washington. We're going to be for Knit in Public Day at Noma Knits in Sonoma, California. We've got our mini skein set coming out for our patrons. I think in February or March. I'm not sure. I have to look. No, that might be June. I think that's June. I'll have to look. It might be May or June. I'll figure it out. And then we have our big box set, the big box set that we do every year, right? That's usually a double box set anymore. That's going to be in April, May. You guys, it's in spring. And that's going to be show tunes. It's not show tunes, musicals. It's going to be musical inspired. It's like my jazz hands or something. I haven't named it yet, but it's going to be all musical inspired. Like we're talking both stage and movies. I'm not going to separate them stage versus movies because most movie musicals have been made in or are stage musicals, so that there's no point, quite frankly. But you know, still, we'll figure it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It might be classic versus new. I don't know. I haven't got that far. There's too many musicals. But here's the deal, kids. I'm going to figure the colorways out super, super early, like January, so that the patrons and I can once a month or twice a month, we can go into Discord and we can watch said musical if there's a copy of it, right? If there's not, we'll figure it out. But any of them that there's copies of, we're going to watch them together. That's my plan, is we're going to have musical Mondays or something, right? To hype this up all the way up there. That'll be a patron exclusive thing, because it can only be done through Discord. We obviously can't watch those on YouTube. We'll get in a lot of trouble unless I put them at like 1.5 speed. Oh my gosh. Hello, Don. How are you? That's totally reasonable. Hedgehog's fibers is already about 34 hang. Mumbo, thank you. It stresses me out. I don't like having to pass that on to you guys. We tried really hard. We raised our shipping a little bit to try to cover some of the price, and it didn't work. Unfortunately. Let me check something real quickly. I wanted to make sure. I'm just making sure that our dinner's not here. Because, oh no, my dinner will be here between 5:50 and 6:05. Too many musicals. These words don't make sense together in this order. I agree that there are not too many musicals. There are just a lot of musicals. Okay, I can't do Rocky Horror. I love you all. We had a whole Rocky Horror set. I can't do Rocky Horror because we've already done it. Like I dressed as magenta. There were colorways. Maybe some of those colorways I'll bring back on fiber because I think Frankenfurter would be really, really good on fiber. Let's do the time warp again. Quite literally, because we already did it. You guys want to work on some stuff? Because I do. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, by the way, show and tell is up. So please make sure you get stuff in there because I love to see what you guys have been working on. And we're also going to touch base on our knit along because we haven't really done that, right? Or it's not a knit along, it's a craft along, and it's all based off hand spun. So there is a place in our Discord for that. I'm going to show it off to you guys real quickly because I think it kind of just has been lost in the chaos that's been going around. Let me find it real quick. Show and tell. Where is this son of a beehive? Fall and winter make along. Okay, so if you come over here, over on the side right here, and you can't really see it right now because I got it off to the side, but underneath Fiber Arts and Crafting, you go all the way down to the bottom. It says Fall and Winter Mal Hand Spun Projects. This is our fall and winter make along that we're doing right now. Oh my gosh, thank you, Dawn. And the only criteria for this is that you must use hand spun yarn. It doesn't have to be your hand spun yarn, it can be anybody's. The projects must have been started by or after August 1st or have been less than 50% done as of August 1st. And then it needs to be done by 2024. That's my criteria. I don't care if you weave something. I don't care if you knit something, crochet something, whatever you want to do with it. And so you can put your pictures in here of what you've been working on. So Knit and Craft has got this beautiful colorway that she did this sweater in. Miss Monster did this lovely, it's a cowl because it had to get stitched together out of her hand spun. There's that sweater again. She also did a hat. So you guys can put these pictures in here when you finish them. Here's a tessellated vest. It's so pretty. And And then in January, we will go ahead and take all the finished projects that are in here. Oh my gosh, Moonbow, thank you. We'll take all the finished projects that are in here and we'll put them into a drawing and somebody will win a $50 gift card. So please feel free. This is still open. You guys still have 2 months to get through this, month and a half. I mean, it could be something as small as fingerless gloves. It really doesn't matter. You can do a bookmark for all I care. I just want you to try working with your hand spun. I think that's important. You need a Discord link again. Let me get that for you. I minimize this and I come down here. Boop. See if this works. That should pop it up here in a second. If it doesn't, let me know and we'll get it a different way. There you go. Okay, so I promised a friend last year that I would make her a hat for Christmas, and then I failed to finish said hat. So I have some yarn here. It's hand spun that I'm going to make her hat out of, and it's last year's Christmas. I already got her Christmas gift this year. So this is a hand spun that was done on some throwback from the Fibers, the Dreamers, and You, the Jim Henson set. So this is the Life's Like a Movie colorway, but it's done on that glitter fiber that we didn't sell, right? That I decided I wasn't going with as my super floof, but I had some extra of this. I have some extra of this. So you guys might see this as like giveaways and stuff, by the way. So there is a little over 4 ounces here. There's 70 yards. Now a standard weight versus yardage would tell me that that means that this is a super bulky, but because of the stellina in here, it's really, really dense. It's a 3-ply, by the way. Thank you, you guys. You just bought a new furnace, so this is your secret. Fair. Anyway, so it's pretty dense. And that is not the case. This is not a super bulky because I was like, it doesn't really look like a super bulky. It maybe looks like a chunky or a bulky. Yeah, a chunky, maybe even an Aran. So I do have, you can do it through weight versus yardage, and then there's wraps per inch as well. So I got this while I was at Hook and Needle, actually. This is from Twig and Horn. It's a really standard wraps per inch, you know, keychain basically. So this is 1 inch right here. Oh, hello, Sharon. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Dawn, thank you so much for recommending us. Welcome to the fam, guys. So this is wraps per inch right here. And what we'll do is we will wrap the yarn around this section right here, and we will find out how many wraps it takes to make an inch worth. And then down here, or up here, there's a chart telling you what that weight would be. So we'll take some out. And with hand spun, I recommend doing this in 2 different sections because your hand spun is not going to be even, right? Like, unless you're knit and craft. You see how this gets fat and skinny, fat and skinny, fat and skinny, right? Okay, so this one's really cool because it's got a little groove right here where you can like just pop that in there, which I really appreciate. So we're going to pop that in there like so. Oops. And then I'm going to wrap it. When you wrap it, you do not want to squish everything in together. That's not the intent here. I mean, I can get a million wraps per inch on here if I try to squish everything together. So this is a little squished right now. Just pulling it out like that. Not down there though. And I want to see what the back side looks like. See, the back side tells me that this is actually probably pretty good. Like, you have to keep in mind, like I said, that both sides count, right? So I'm going to say, yeah, we'll call it that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 wraps per inch. If I come and look up here, 7 wraps per inch is a bulky. Now, because this is a hand spun, I'm going to do this in a different place. In fact, what I think I'll do, I could take it from the outside, but I'm just going to come in further and do it from here. Okay. So let's go right here. This looks good. We're going to wrap again. Oh my. Okay. So just going to bring that over like so and like that. So that looks good on this side. It's obviously a little less on this side because hand spun, right? Am I right? Actually, that actually kind of works out. It looks pretty good. I mean, I think maybe you could get one more down there, but I'm not going to push it. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time we're at 6. So we're between 6 and 7, probably leaning towards more of a 7. So 6 and 7, you're looking at super bulky to bulky. So I'm going to stick with bulky because when I did it earlier, I actually had Aaron at one point in time. So I'm going to say bulky. Bulky seems pretty safe for me. So we're going to go with a bulky weight. Call this a bulky weight yarn. Her hand spun is so good. Oh, who? Knit and Crafts? I know, it's just perfection. You've been sculpting. You can absolutely, okay, you guys, I know that we used to have a rule, and my apologies. Please put your sculpting in there. We don't do the show every week anymore, so I want to see everything you guys are doing. I mean, don't go crazy and give me 10 pictures of the room you painted, but if you're doing some type of craft, let me see it. Sculpting, food is fine. Oh my God, I love food so much. You know, whatever it is that you're crafting with, show us. We want to see it. I couldn't remember how many pictures they're allowed, but I shared 4. 4 is fine. It's usually 3, but I'm fine with 4. It's really just that we didn't want like 10 or 12, you know, because it can get a little nuts. Hey, TK, our food is here, so you might want to go pick that up, sir. Okay. So now that I know what weight this is, I know I have 70 yards. I know what weight it is. I know I want to knit with it. I know I want to make a hat. So I'm going to come over to Ravelry, right? And I'm going to go like this. It's like I was already looking for this. We're going to take this off and we're going to go to bulky. So I've gone, let me actually start from here for you. For those of you who don't use Ravelry frequently, this will be good for you. So off to the side here, you click on Ravelry. That's how I got there. Click on patterns. Now you can just go looking through their patterns down here, highlights and things like that, right? Recently added patterns. Or you can go to advanced search right up here. This search bar, people love to hate it. I mean, on your mobile app devices, it sucks. I'm not going to lie. So here we are. I'm going to do 0 to 150 yards and hope for the best. We're going to go bulky, right? And I want to knit. I'm feeling the knit right now. So we come down here and knit. And then I'm going to go into clothes or accessories, hats. And I'm going to click on all hats. And we're going to just see what they've got, right? Like, I really like this thatched hut hat, which I happened to purchase.
Coaster?
No.
You don't get this without a coaster.
Okay. Which sucks because it actually takes 147 and not 70. So boo on me for buying that one. But this would have been really great. I do have another bump of this if I absolutely need it. But I can't imagine that's the case. Thank you, sir. Somebody brought me my bubble tea. What? Hold on. I know you guys want to see the sweet, sweet pop that is my bubble tea. Are you ready? There we go. Okay. It's the only part of my dinner that I get right now. Okay, back to what we were doing. So unfortunately, I guess that one won't work. I just had to share that because BK mentioned food. You had the best pulled noodles tonight from a place called Big Beyond. So I got a little bit of an awesome boost at work yesterday, and so TK took me out for dinner as a celebration. And we went to this, I really like this lasagna beanie one. You guys can't see it right now, but check this out. So we went there in celebration. Oh, this takes 95 to 105. I think I can probably make this work. Probably because I have that other skein, right? And I think it's cute. She's a small head. I mean, I guess I could do a cowl too. That's an option. Anyway, he took me for Korean barbecue, which I had never had before, and it was so delicious. I lost it. It was very yummy. So I guess the other option, you're supposed to be able to come in here and do this customized. So I can actually come in here and I can customize my range. So I'm going to say up to 70 yards. We'll say 75 just to be safe. Okay, so here's hats that go up to 75 yards. The latch hat that'll work. We'll open that one up in a new tab. The Fika beanie, which you can't see right now. And we'll stop there for the moment. Maybe this one. Ooh, actually, I really like this one. Okay, cool. We've got some open. So this is the latch hat. It's a free Ravelry download, so that's nice. It's just a basic rib stitch, you guys. It's a 2x3 or a 2x2, it looks like. And it says it takes 50 to 170, so it's still probably tiny. Shown in size adult large. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. This one says that it takes 75 to 105. This is probably a little more doable. It's just one size. It says it's super bulky. Oh, wait. Light bulky. There's instructions for all of these. I mean, I don't technically need a hat instruction, but this is cute. This is the one I was just looking at. It's the Taishia and Milne hat. 55 to 77 yards. It does not have a poof. That's okay. I have more fiber. I can make a poof. I feel like this is our winner. I really like the way this hat looks. I think that this design will look really neat with the gradient. Your last meal was lunch yesterday. Oh my goodness. I had a call come in. I wanted to make sure and clarify the day and time of Black Friday. Yes, absolutely, Jet. I'm so sorry. So Black Friday starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Friday. We'll be live. We'll do our HSN show. We will show off all the colorways, and that'll be available for VOD as well. However, the sale starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Black Friday. It goes until 11:59 p.m. that following Monday. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to shop. We try to give you guys as much time as possible because I know a lot of you guys have to work on Black Friday or on the weekend. So we do try to make it accommodating. And then, like I said, that VOD will be available. But we will be showing off the patron exclusive holiday colorway. We will be showing the box set off again. And then, of course, we will be showing off all of this. You like the spiral. I really like the spiral too. So I think this is the hat we're going to go with. I'm going to buy it real quickly. Not like I just did this because I'm a nerd. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing these are all tax write-offs. Continue to review my order. Complete my purchase of $3.60. I don't mind supporting people. It's good. Waiting for payment confirmation from PayPal. I'll have some boba tea. What was that crazy noise? Okay. Download file. Okay. I've got my hat. We're good to go. So let's get that out of the way. See what size needles it calls for. Like speckled Easter jelly beans. The cube next to your right side. My right side over here. Oh, yes. Right here. These are all our speckles, guys. So this, as an example, is Teenage Angst, which is not in the shop yet. I have to figure out a way to make this work, though. Because you guys will be able to buy Teenage Angst. It's just not in the shop. So maybe what I'll just do is put it up there without a picture. And that's so good. I love this color so much. We just brought it back recently. We have very little mohair ball available right now on hand. So that's been an issue. All the speckles are such a joy. I'm going to be honest. We're low on stock as far as what's on hand because we had such a great trunk show. But like I said, we will still die to order, and we will die to order at the 30% off. Okay, so this beanie fits a head size of about 21. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. Just tell me what size needles, you guys. Whatever makes you happy for knitting in the round. Hold on. Let's just go back here for a second. Let's find the hat. Doop, 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 doop. I have the hiccups now. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop, boop. All the way back, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I don't want to be at PayPal. I want to thank you. Thanks, guys. Okay, so size 11 needles. Oh my gosh. I think that might be the only size I don't have in here right now. But I have 10.5s, and we will go with 10.5s just because I knit loose. So those are 10.5s. I think my 11s are what's missing. That's really funny. Okay, so we're going to go with the 10.5s. I should be fine. I could do a swatch, I suppose. I don't know why I closed this yet. You still love my needle case. You got her blue dragonfly one. Oh my gosh. Also, hello, Pumpkin Marshmallow. How are you?
Using PayPal on the PC.
Yes.
You know, I was logged in for Cap City Comics and PayPal.
But I know I logged in for info.
100%?
Yeah, I logged in for info at bosskittyshop.com. I did it twice, sir. Twice. But you can double check if you want to. Okay, so got those on there. Yeah, for those of you who have not seen these, by the way, isn't this amazing? This is a Christmas gift a few years ago. This is from Grace's Cases. So all of my cords go in this section right here. All of my needles fit nicely right over here. There's this extra piece in here where I can put double points and extra needles. And then this whole thing unzips out of here, and I can actually zip this piece together and take it as a travel case. I freaking love this thing. Okay, and somewhere on here is a T-pin. There it is, so that we can tighten these. Of course, the size you need isn't there. That is the story of my life. Oh, happy early birthday to all of you. Next year, I will be 42, you guys. That's like the special birthday year, right? Technically, I started talking to TK when he was 42. Okay. So, let's see what this bad boy says. Blah, 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 blah. Cast on 60 stitches. Okay, so if you've never watched me cast on before with long tail, which is what this calls for, here's a trick. Wrap your yarn around your needle. So first of all, figure out how much tail you want, right? Like extra. I want about that. So from there, I'm going to wrap this around my needle 60 times. That's going to give me an estimate of how much tail I need. Generally, it's too much, but we should be okay. I'm kind of inclined to do a cable cast on for this, though, just because I am concerned about yardage. So we might do that instead. So I'll start by doing one long tail cast on. And then I'm going to turn this. And I can either do a cable cast on, which is really pretty, and that's where you go between the two stitches, grab your yarn, and come back between them. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do. You just kind of want to make sure you do it a little loose. You don't want it to be super tight because this is a hat and you want that rib stitch to be able to still open up. But as we've all talked about, I don't really knit tightly, so that shouldn't be an issue. And if you do feel like you're knitting too tightly when you do this, you can always pull on your stitch before you put it on there, right? So that you can adjust it to what size you want it to be. The other option is that you can always cast on one needle size up. That's a thing that's recommended frequently. I don't really have that issue though, so not too worried about it. This is a little difficult with the hand spun just because, you know, it's a little more all over the place. There we go. Donated blood last week, and when they had me confirm my info, I said I was 43. I'd been thinking I was 44 for at least the last month. Table or cable? It's the cable cast on. C-A-B-L-E. Because what it does is it creates a cable motif down at the bottom. I'll show you here in a second. So it creates this lovely little kind of corded cable on the bottom. See? Isn't that neat? You're a whole year younger. I did the opposite once. Answer to life, universe, and everything. I hope so, Pixie. I really hope so. Okay, so we're doing 60 of these. So the other option that you can do, if you don't want to do a cable, is that you can just do a knitted cast on as well. So instead of going between the two stitches like that and creating that look right there, what I would do, whoop, 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 is I would actually just knit into the next stitch, right? So I'd go into the stitch, knit, but instead of pulling the stitch off, I would just slide this one on there with it. Into the stitch. Whoops, except for don't do it with your long tail. Oh my gosh, what a nerd. Hold on. Now that I've ruined everything. Okay. So I would just go into the stitch and knit it. And this is actually much easier. It creates more of a ridge than that nice even cable bottom. I'll show you here in a second, because you're quite literally knitting into the stitch itself to make the stitch, which means you have a purl side and a knit side, right? But you can see it goes a little easier and faster just because you're not pulling between two stitches. So you can see it still creates a nice little edge on it, but the edge is a little flatter. It comes down a little further, whereas the other one was like right up on there, right? That's really the only difference. I don't generally like this for a rib stitch just because you do have this little line of almost half stitches underneath the whole rib stitch that are all the same. I suppose you could try doing like, so for this, the, let me see here. It's a 2x2 ribbing. So I suppose you could try doing knit, knit, purl, purl. I'm not sure if that would work. We can test that theory real quickly because why not? So we'll say, pretend like these two have been knit, even though that first one really hasn't been. And so we'd come to the front and go purl. Nope, doesn't work. I don't like that. So we're just going to stick with the cable cast on for now. It's harder, but it lays so nicely. Now that I've taken them all off, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Ah, let go of my freaking ring. What the heck? I'm having a hard time with this first stitch. It really wants to catch on everything. There we go. Okay, so there's that. That's 3 stitches. 4. And you just kind of, like I said, you just kind of go in between those 2 stitches. It's certainly, you have to tug more, you have to manipulate more. It is a pain in the butt, but it really is worth the really nice look that it gives you at the bottom. And it means that you're guaranteed that you're not wasting your yarn, which is the whole reason I'm not doing a long tail right now. Because I'll be honest, I love long tail. Sage Woman, I love that. That's hilarious. I'm basically 42 at this point. I'm embracing it. I've been more excited about turning 42 than any other age for the past 10 or 15 years. I don't care how shitty the year's going to be. I'm going to make it my year because 42, man. Also, I want to have a towel party. For those of you who have no freaking clue what we're talking about, it's in reference to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 42 is the answer. That's all you need to know. Knitting is still a no for me. I can't get my fingers to cooperate. And you know what? That's okay. Knitting is certainly not for everyone. Crochet is not for everyone either. I know a lot of people who are like, I just cannot wrap my hands or my brain around crochet. Weaving. Oh my gosh, we have some really, really phenomenal weavers in here. And I enjoy weaving, but man, some people just comes naturally to. Spinning is the same way, right? We're just talking about knit and craft. JK. I mean, we've got some people in here who are brand new spinners that just do a phenomenal job. If everything was for everyone, naturally, then everyone would be doing it and nobody would be doing it. Because you'd be like, I can get that anywhere. There we go. It gets a little bit easier once you get used to it. Woo! Once you get used to it. No idea how many stitches I have, but I know it's not 60. Bring a babblefish and watch foreign films. I love it, Pixie. Arg, arg. It's so tempting to just say screw it and go with the long tail. So tempting. There we go. Only 60 stitches, though. We can do this. It's no big deal. You do not. Stop it. TK is trying to tell me he's sick. And towel party's better than a blanket party. Bring your own towel. Exactly. Yarn crafting is always fascinating because of all the different ways we use fiber, right? 2, 4, 6. Well, let's do that again. 2. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So weird looking. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 4, 6, 8, 30. We're halfway there. What are you doing? I'm going to get hungry if I take a little sip. He's making me sip his pho. Pho. Why did I say pho? But now I want my dinner. It's delicious. To vogue on poetry. It's the worst. But now I might have to. Oh my God, you guys, this is going to be the best party ever. 3, 30. Oops, 34. 5, 6, 7. Oopsies. 7, 8, 9. And now we're at 40 right here. At least we should be at 40. So close, you guys. We just need 20 more. Just 20 more. Okay. So I also want to see your guys' Halloween costumes because I haven't seen any of you since our Tea Party release set. And that was back like before Halloween. So get those out there. I want to see them.
That's why I think you zoomed in too tight. You were working at the very bottom of the screen.
But I already zoomed out once.
I'm just letting you know.
Thank you, TK. He's like, you're all the way at the bottom of the screen. The reason I'm at the bottom of the screen right now, though, is because I'm trying to get through these stitches, and they are rough. There we go. You guys like my sweater, by the way? It's so cozy. We lost power because of the crazy... Oh, no, Megan. Also, hi, Megan. It's so good to see you. So just a quick reminder to everyone, we are doing our Black Friday sale next a week from this Friday. 30% off everything in the store, except for the patron exclusive holiday colorway that we'll be releasing, and also the box sets. So we still have tea sets available for everyone. If you want to order a tea set, you can still do that through the website. You can do that through the end of this month, but they will not be 30% off. If you order yarn, it's neither of those things. It's 30% off and it's dyed to order. It will also be 30% off. So it's not just what we have in inventory. You can dye to order as well, and it will still be 30% off. That's a big deal. So that's like trunk show cut, you guys. No joke. Like that's a lot. Because we love you, and because we love you. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I should probably count these. I mean, I think it's wishful thinking at this point. I have no idea what my blood type is. I should probably know, but I don't. My dad is O. I am not. I don't remember what my mother is. Thank you, Crochet. Hello, JK. Your sweater reminds me of a shawl pattern I saw today. I think it was called Pressed Flowers. This is so it is pressed flowers. This is the pressed flowers sweater. There's a cardigan, there's a pullover, there's a shawl, there's a little bit of everything. So this is the regular pressed flowers. And then on the sleeves, I didn't want to do so many flowers. So I made it look like falling flowers is what I did. Just mostly just because I didn't want to look like a big pixelated flower field. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. I've got 53 stitches, so I need to do 7 more stitches. Oh, thank you. Join the Make with the Handspun. Yeah, do it, guys. Do it. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Come on, tree. There we go. 4. Eep. This will be 5. We got 2 more after this. 6. And I'm going to count one more time just to make sure. Because you know what's the worst is getting into something and then realizing that you miscounted. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. 35. 40. 2, 4, 6, 8, 50. 55. 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. Okay, so now we're going to, oh my gosh, really? I needed to, how is this not going to be long enough? That's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work, or I'll get a smaller cable, or longer cable rather. But whatever. It'll get better. Anyway, so here we are. We're going to join in the round, and it's knit 2, purl 2, I believe. It's 2x2 ribbing, yeah. So you just want to make sure when you're knitting in the round and you're connecting that your ridge at the bottom is not twisted at all. See how it's all pointed down? There's no twist in there. This doesn't come up and around or anything like that. You don't want your stitches twisted. It's one of the few things that is damn near impossible to fix once you start, unless you just start over again. On knitting, at least. So we're going to knit 2. And then we're going to purl 2. Just like that. That's it. Some people change blood type after pregnancy. Really? I had no idea. Aren't you generally the same blood type as one of your parents? Oh, you guys are getting the notification from my Discord. Let me turn that off. I'm so sorry, you guys. I hate when it does that. We'll come back into Discord after a little bit here. There you go. You missed it all. Oh, no. I was just talking about knitting in the round. Okay. Once I get a row or 2 on here, this should be easier. If not, I'll move over to larger needles and we'll do magic loop instead. That is super wild. Yeah, I had never heard of that. We're also talking about blood types and the fact that it can change with transfusion, or I guess after you've been pregnant. I had no idea. I can still hear it. Why is it still doing it? Like, I have shut Discord. It is not open. It's freaking nuts. Oh, wait. Quick. There we go. Now it's closed. So you're B positive. There's no rhyme or reason then. It's just all over the place. That's good to know. Okay, you can stop now. Thank you. Wow. Ashley, yeah, that's fascinating. I don't know what I am. I should look into it, or I should ask my doctor. I'm sure that they know. I'm sure I could look at a blood test and wouldn't it, like if I go on to Kaiser and I look at any of my blood tests, would it just tell me? Just out of curiosity. It said to do an increased row every 6 rows, and I always get confused on it if I should do it the 6th row or as the 7th row. I have that problem too, and I have decided if it says to do an increase every 6 rows, I do it on the 6th row. Every 6 rows, I do an increase. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is going to be my increase row. How do you get it checked? Just go in and be like, yo, what's my blood type? Okay. We're going to get through this row, this first row, maybe even 2. And then I'm going to grab, I don't have right now any, actually, I do have most of a kitty glitter box set dyed up that I can show you guys. But I do have the fiber version of the box set dyed up that I can show off. For those of you who have not seen the colorways in person, I can go ahead and show those off. As I said, the box set is still available. You see this right here? This jog? Don't freaking worry about this. This will go away. I promise. It's not a big deal. There we go. Donating blood is the easiest way. I can't donate blood, my loves. I did it once when I was 18. Let me tell you a story about me donating blood. So, once upon a time, when little boss kitty was 18 years old, she got very excited and she went to go donate blood because, you know, she is that type of person. And she went in there and they went to go take her blood, and out comes this ginormous needle because that's what they have to use. And it took the nurse 5 times to get it into my vein because I have very tiny, deep veins that like to roll, even my main ones. And even then, she had to come back a few times and either redo it or move it around because it would stop or the vein, like the area would collapse. I was so black and blue before it was over. When she finished, and it did take a while, she patched me up, gave me my cookie and my orange juice, took me by the hand and said, "Sweetheart, we really appreciate you giving blood, but you probably shouldn't do it again." I'm not kidding. That was the only time I've ever given blood. The end. Oh my gosh, Vicky, that's scary. Yeah, I'll have to ask my doctor to order a test. That shouldn't be an issue. Even like tiny little needles when they go to take blood for stuff, like it is a challenge. Yep, exactly, Pixie. But this was a huge needle. Like, do they have to use a ginormous needle to take blood? It didn't hurt. It wasn't uncomfortable. I mean, it's always uncomfortable, but it didn't hurt. But I always feel bad for the nurses. I was born with rolling veins. Thanks, Dad. Same. I remember doing Punnett squares for blood type when I was in high school biology. I remember doing that for genetics, like eyes and things. The ABO spectrum is easy to predict, but the plus and the minus are more complex. Usually made into medicine, the U.S. sort of supplies most of the world with plasma-derived medicine because we're one of the only places where it's legal to pay. That's crazy. I have so many friends who used to sell plasma when we were, in your 20s. Once again, didn't do it, couldn't do it. It's why butterfly needles exist. That is good to know. Why was she like, don't give blood again? You'll be there for hours. See, and that's what I think it was, is I think it came down to the size of the needle. It was just so stinking big. And that makes perfect sense. Okay, we're at the beginning of our row. I am going to start this just so you guys can see that this jog goes away. And you see how much easier this is now that we're past the first row? Like, things just get much easier. That jog is gone bye-bye. And then we can just go bloop, 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 bloop. Like so. So we're going to do one more quick row because I just want to see how this looks once that rib stitch gets started up. Also, I love making chunky items because they knit up so fast. When I have my blood test after that, I'm likely to throw up on them. I don't have that problem. I did make a nurse cry once. I was a little girl at the time. I was like 10, maybe 8 or 10. I don't remember, but he was new and he could not for the life of him find that vein. And he kept poking me and I'm crying at this point, like big brown eyes, crying. At the time, I was waifishly thin because I hadn't hit puberty yet. So I looked like this poor little ragamuffin off the street, just going, please, sir, don't poke me with the needle. And he actually got teary-eyed and he had to go get a different nurse because he was so upset that he had to keep poking me with this needle and he was hurting me. I mean, I felt bad, kind of. I feel bad now looking back on it, but I was like a scared 8-year-old kid. I didn't really care at that time. Your blood pressure is too low for you to viably donate. Getting blood samples for testing takes forever. Oh my gosh. At Quest Labs, I still couldn't feel the needle at all. Oh my gosh, Sage Woman, that's amazing. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Poor dude. I hope he had better luck with somebody else. That's amazing, Pixie. You're like, sorry. Except for why should you be sorry? They're sitting there trying to like poke at you and prod, and you're 7. You don't know any better. You're like, get off. No, thank you. It's not funny, but it is. Exactly. Right? Poor yarn pirate over here is like, you guys, you have no idea. It's not funny at all. Okay, almost the end of this round. And we're going to take a little break so that we can look at some yarn and fiber. And then we might do a little stretchy stretch, guys. Excellent. I never thought about blood pressure affecting it. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Okay. I believe that is the beginning of our round right there. So check this out. You can see how this is starting to look. It's nice and bulky and beautiful. Oh my God, it's so glittery, you guys. This is why we don't sell it, is because it's so glittery. Like, it's over the top glitter here. Okay, I'm going to grab some fibers. Okay, so I don't have the patron color or the normal kitty glitter color in kitty glitter right now to show off. I just have the other 4 base colors because I had an extra Pinky's upset without the extra 2 colors is what happened. But I do have them in Fluke, so I'll show them off in that as well. But for now, we'll start with these. So, they smell like fresh dyed yarn. So these are the 4 base colorways when you get your box set. This is the tea set. Each of these labels, which by the way, TK, you are a gem. I love them. So they've got Pounce as a as a teapot. It says tea set on the side. And then it says boil water for black teas. And then it tells you actually, so if you look at the side of this, it tells you the degrees for different types of teas. So boil water for black teas, 190 degrees for oolong teas, 175 for green teas, and 160 for white teas. That's legit. Seriously. On this side, and we've never done this before, each of these labels is based off the colorway. So this is hibiscus. It's this lovely pink color, right? And there is a quote. This one happens to say, I would rather have a cup of tea than sex. Boy George. The hibiscus flower is a fickle treasure. Advocates of hibiscus use it as a gentle, more natural remedy for hypertension while it simultaneously helps to induce menstruation, making it very dangerous for pregnant women. A beautiful, fragile bloom that stabilizes your blood sugar levels but assists in the absorption of poisons the more you drink. Take risks, delicious hot or cold. In other words, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. This is the peppermint colorway. It's got this lovely like yellow. I want Pounce as an actual teapot now. Me too. I should talk to PDX Fiber. Anyway, my head's going somewhere else. I should talk to somebody about that. Jam PDX maybe. But this is this lovely yellow green color. This color was such a pain for me to make, but once I got it down good, and I was very proud of it. And then it's got this lovely speckled green on the top. So this is peppermint. The quote here is, would you like an adventure now, or shall we have our tea first? From Peter Pan. Drinking peppermint tea after a meal may help soothe an upset stomach or aid digestion by calming stomach muscles, possibly due to the antispasmodic effects of peppermint tea's main active ingredient, menthol. Delicious antispasmodic properties. Why do you use big words that make my mouth hurt? I'm not going to go through all of the verbiage on the side, but maybe I'll read all the quotes. So this is our valerian color. You have that really lovely green that's on the leaves. And then the valerian itself, the flower is kind of a pinkish purple color, and it gets really deep and beautiful. And then this is the lighter part of it. And then you'll find that there are these lovely brown speckles on it. And that's for the valerian root. Bet you Poly Studios would do a teapot or mug with Pounce. I should look into it. The quote on this one says, the world can go to hell, but I shall always have my tea. Oh my God, this name, I don't even know it. Fyodor Dostoevsky. I'm sure that that's somebody that I don't even know who I'm talking about. So now I can sound like a big dum-dum. The chamomile colorway, really basic. It was a lovely white for the leaves, and then you have that orangey kind of golden yellow rod color, or golden rod color rather, for the center of the chamomile, which is the part we all know. And then you have that lovely bright green again, and I love what it does right in here. But it was just the most basic, and I was okay with that. It just turned out so nicely. You love that one. You're right. This one says, if you are ever passing my way, don't wait to knock. Tea is at 4, but any of you are welcome at any time. Bilbo Baggins. So those are your 4 bases. Let's look at some stuff that's not just bases. So this right here, this is the specialty colorway. So this will come out on the kitty glitter in BKDK, or kitty glitter, normal kitty glitter like this. Or if you're doing floof, it'll come on super floof, which is what this is. And then this is the patron exclusive colorway, which is also on kitty glitter or super floof. And this is only available to patrons. So this one right here, this is our Earl Grey colorway. It says tea, Earl Grey, hot. Are we all surprised? It's Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek. That's what started these quotes, by the way. But it's got this really lovely, I know, isn't it gorgeous? It's got this lovely brown that goes through it. And the silk, you guys, it's so much. It's just so beautiful. And you've got the purple for the dried flowers. And then you've got the bergamot orange color that comes through. And it's just, I love this color so much. It was the hardest color to make. I had it fumbled a few times. I cursed a lot, but when it came out, it was so pretty. Yep, the witch hazel is so good. So this is the witch hazel colorway, and it's got its own color version of brown in here for the twig part of the witch hazel. And then the witch hazel leaf itself has that golden kind of buttery yellow that goes into the fiery orange that goes into the deep red. And we got all of those in here. And it is basically just autumn in hand spun yarn, or well, in fiber or in yarn, whatever you want. But look what the silk does in here. It's so beautiful, especially once again in that brown. Oh, it's so delightful. And so let's see. The Earl Grey one said, oh, I already told you that one. The witch hazel says, a woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong it is until it's in hot water. Eleanor Roosevelt. And here, my dear. I'm going to show you these colors on the fiber though. So we're going to get into that. Just let me put these away. As a cardigan, right? It's so gorgeous. And if you order the box set, you can order multiple skeins or bumps of any of the colorways as long as they're ordered in sets of 4. So if you order a box set, you'd have to order 3 additional witch hazel as an example. Because we have to do them in sets of 4. So that'd include the one in your box set, but you can't order it by itself. You have to at least order one box set to do that. Let's see here. One sec. So the chamomile on the floof might be my favorite. It's one of my favorites. It's just so homey looking. I don't know how else to explain it. There's something about the off-white from the BFL that really brings this together. And I love how the green turned out on here. It's just homey and lovely. It has this dullness to it that doesn't show up on the yarn because the yarn is much more white than this is. And it's just so beautiful, you guys. It really just tones it down. It makes it look vintage. That's what I'm going for. Dawn, absolutely. We do sell fiber. Like I said, all this fiber will be available in the store at 30% off. But the stuff I'm showing off right now is part of the box set. And that's available right now. If you head over to bosskittyshop.com, it's available through the end of the month. Here is the peppermint. And with the peppermint, I really am trying to stay away from doing speckles on fiber because it muddles it up. But because the peppermint is green on green on green, I wasn't afraid to put some splotches of that darker green on there because it's all green anyway. So it's not going to be muddied or anything. But I love the way this glows, you guys. This is all BFL right here. And that yellow base underneath really comes through on this. Hi, Panda. Thank you, Dawn. Here's the Valerian. So this does not have the brown speckles on it because of what we just discussed, right? But you can see it makes up for it in just this lovely purple. The really pale purple came out really just beautiful. And the way that it changes from one color to the other is just lovely. I love the deep, deep dark in here. And then that green is just so rich and decadent. Look at that. And I love this. So there's the Valerian. And then everybody's favorite is the hibiscus. It's the sexiest color in the whole world. I'm not going to lie. You got that pale, pale pink. It goes into this lovely rose color. And then you go into that fiery hot red, which turns into this blood deep burgundy color. This might be one of the colors that we end up carrying permanently in the future, at least in fiber. Can we order one colorway from the box set if we've already ordered and received the set? Yes, Vicky, but you'd have to order 4 skeins of it because I have to dye it in 4 skeins. So I have to be able to do a full batch. But yes, you can absolutely do that. I would be perfectly fine with that. And yes. Exactly. When they're spun, they disappear. Like I said, I don't mind doing little splotches of something like that on things like where it's the same color over and over again, green on green on green. It's just going to give it depth. But if I had put brown on here, it would have just muddied up the purple. And I wasn't going to do that to you guys. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all 6 of them right there. I can show you, I think. I can. I'll show you guys these on the Super Floof too. So give me 1 second. I just wanted you guys to all see these because I know not everybody was here for the release party. So let's see. Here's that chamomile. Even on this, it looks so vintage. It's just, you guys, I love it so much. Look at this gold, like what it does. The silk in this is just everything. And then you get that white in there with the silk. Ugh. But it picks up some of the green right there. It's so beautiful. Here is the hibiscus, still sexy as ever. And you get those little pops that come through. I love it when it does stuff like that. Or right here in the really pale stuff, right? Because, I mean, this is always going to be sexy and beautiful and for sure. But this is just so lovely. Excellent, Vicky. Go ahead and message me and we'll figure out a way to get that set up for you. And I'll tell you how. I'll just put a custom order in for you. The valerian and peppermint, I think, are what's left. So this is the valerian and the hand spun. Isn't that lovely? That green right there. Once again, there's no speckles on this one, though. And then last but not least, we have the peppermint. And once again, you get that yellow that really comes through. It's upside down. You get that yellow that really comes through, but then you get those pops on there of that really dark, and that'll look really nice because it is green on green on green. And you get a third. So with the silk, you always get this additional layer because it creates its own color. And with the peppermint, I think that this comes out better than any other color other than maybe the Earl Grey. It's such a neat addition. Hello, Michi. How are you? The chamomile reminds you of yellow floral blanket you had as a kid. Oh, I love it. So it is kind of vintagey. Yay. Okay, I'm going to put these away, and then we're going to go into stretches. So as I said, these are still available. So all of the box sets are still available right now. You can get them at bosskittyshop.com. There's the Cat's Cradle. There's the BKDK. There is the kitty litter version of both of those. It's called Pinkies Up. There is the Floof, which is what we just showed off. And then there's the Pinkies Up version of the Floof, which is all in Super Floof, which are those last ones I just showed you guys. And the Witch Hazel is only available to patrons. So if you want to get a box set and you want the Witch Hazel in it, you need to head over to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up as a Patreon or a patron. It can be at the dollar level. That's totally fine. It'll allow you, once you sign up, you'll see the link to the super secret patron box set. Adjust myself in my chair. There we go. Okay.
It's time to stretch.
I wonder how many skeins of BKDK would take to crochet a basic pullover. It depends on the size. It depends on how loose you want the stitches to be, but we can just definitely discuss that. I can give you some ideas. Okay, you guys, it's been a while. In an XL. So I did an XL sweater that was tight knit. It was a pullover. It had poofy sleeves. I did 7 skeins. It was very heavy. I would probably, if I was going to go back and do it again, I would probably do something that was a little more open as far as the stitch goes. Yeah, Michi is probably right though, because the top on mine had a lot of spider webbing, so it really does depend. Okay, so I'm just rolling my shoulders right now. Just rolling them back. Well, that was crocheted. The 7 was crocheted. But yes, crochet definitely takes more. So if you were doing something that was full, just like single stitch or double stitch, she's right. It's probably going to take 10 or 12. Especially if you want a full sleeve and if you want it to be longer. And I want to roll them to the front now. Just like so. You think you need that Witch Hazel? I know, it's gorgeous, Matt. Okay, and we're going to pull our head to one side like this. Just let all that tension release. Go to the other side. So I joined the Y, you guys, and I have started swimming in the mornings. And by the mornings, I mean I get up at 5 in the morning and I go to the pool at 5:30 in the morning. And I swim until 6, and then I get ready and I go to work. And I have a love-hate relationship with it. Mostly love. I love to swim. But it's funny because I haven't really been super active in a very long time. And I used to be on the swim team when I was in high school. And I was reading up and starting back up as a swimmer. Like I said, start slow. Warm up by doing 2 laps. Not full laps, but one side of the pool back to the other side of the pool. So 1 full lap. And then they're like, and then your first day, one side of the pool, take a break, come back to the other side, take a break. Do that 4 times. I was like, what? That's ridiculous. And I did it. And I was like, no, this is not ridiculous. I'm supposed to add 1 full lap. So, back and forth each time I go. And then it'll just add up and add up and add up. And so we're doing it slowly. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going to take the other arm across this way. Stretch. Like so. Excellent. Okay, now we're gonna come forward like this and just pull on your fingertips. Do the other one. You should be able to feel this right down. I'm gonna roll out my wrists. If you knit or crochet and you do it frequently, it's really important to take breaks. Make sure that you stretch those arms and those fingers and those wrists and your shoulders and your neck. And honestly, the knit, crochet, weave, spin, typing all day long, anything you're doing where you're hunched over like that. I pulled my hip flexor, you guys, after my trunk show in Vancouver at Hook and Needle. I came home and I had horrific pain in my lower back. I went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, it's your hip flexor, and it's because, you know, you're sitting this way, you're hunched over constantly, and you're moving stuff around, and then you're driving for long amounts of time. You've strained your hip flexor. It's better now. It still hurts a little bit, but you really need to stretch. Like, stretching is so important. So for the past 2 weeks, lots and lots of stretching. I was like, can I still swim? And they're like, yes, because it's low impact. Okay. Get our fingers out. We're going to rotate our fingers. Left ring finger. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. I hope it's okay. You're mostly done with the HTC cardigan. I think it will take about 10 skeins when you're finished. It weighs a ton, but it's so squishy, right? That's the thing with crochet, especially crochet cardigans, is they're so heavy, but they're worth it. Working as a florist manager, my manager has us do stretch time at 5 minutes before working. That is very, very smart. Good on your manager. Yeah, okay, so I'm concerned that you're getting admitted for sure, but I'm glad that they're not just shrugging you off, that if they see a concern that they're admitting you and they're keeping watch over you. Like, I'm glad that you've got people who are actually listening. That's good. Okay. Whew. So, good on stretches. So, you guys, real quickly, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our patrons. About right there. So our patrons are amazing, and this list is not updated. I think there's 1 or 2 people who are not on here right now. My apologies. We've been really hard working on the advertisement for Black Friday and for these box sets. So we will have this updated by Black Friday, I promise. But our patrons, you're all amazing, but they help kind of keep things going when things are slow. And if you are interested in becoming a patron, there are different levels, as you can see, that you can join at, and they get cool little things. So they get patron exclusive colorways, including a holiday colorway that's being released next Thursday that they got to vote on. They get a craft night once a month where we just chill and hang out in Discord and we talk to each other. Like, the cameras are on and the videos are going and the mics are going. It's great. And then when we do the box set for the musicals, we're going to watch musicals together. So I'd just like to give a quick shout out to our patrons, tell them that we love them and that we appreciate all that they do for us. Okay, with that, let's head on into show and tell. But that means I gotta get Discord back up. If you haven't got stuff in show and tell yet, it's time. It's time, it's time, it's time. Okay, let's see here. TK bought Snickerdoodle cookie dough from the kids down the street, and I think they just came to collect their monies. They'll bring the band Mafia, as like they should. Okay, let me see here. Let me get this open real quickly. Show and tell. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Okay, here we go, kids. Show and tell. Crochet hook. Look at you. A hat and scarf set that I made for myself, a dragonfly wrap that I made for a friend, and a hoodie for my future sister-in-law. I am working daily to get ready for gift giving season. Oh my gosh, you really are, and it shows. Like, this all looks great. I love this hat. I love the rib stitch on this hat. Crocheted rib stitch. Freaking adore it, you guys. And the colors are great. You have one of the best smells. Band, right? Band fundraiser cookie dough is delicious. She's got a scarf going on right here. I love the colors on that too. It looks like a gold and a blue going on. Maybe two-tone blues. I'm not sure. Kind of a gray blue. It's really pretty. And then here's some detail of the dragonfly scarf she was talking about. Or maybe it was a shawl. I'll have to double check. But there's legit dragonflies. That's so neat. I've never done anything like this with crochet. Like, I've never really done a lot of lace work with crochet. It's something I've like to look into, though. I've done a little bit, I guess, with my doilies, but... let me see here. A dragonfly wrap, and then here's the hoodie. And the hoodie is so cool. The hood on it looks great. I love the stitching around the hood. It gives it a nice, clean look. Yes, sir. Did the mafia come for you? TK's telling me a story. Sorry. It was $18. He had a 20 and he asked him if they had any change. And the guy's like, I don't think I have any change. He goes, hold on. And TK pulls $2 out of his wallet, hands it to the kid, says, give me the 20 back. The kid looks at him and gives him the 20 back. He's like, okay, here's 20. Now give me $2. You're a nerd and I love you. Now go eat raw cookie dough. Oh, it'll be here on the 12th. It's not even here yet. Elizabeth 84, a collar for my meanie kitty and a school colored scrunchie. Oh my gosh, it's like a little hamburger collar. No, it's not. Wait, is it a hamburger? It kind of looks like a hamburger. It also kind of looks like a sunflower. I don't know if it's supposed to be either of those things, but I'm happy with either of those, honestly. It's so cute. And then we've got school colored scrunchies. Those are the best. Love it. Do not turn your stove on, please. That stresses me out. I'd be the person who'd turn the stove on. They're really pretty though. I like them. I like the different textures going on with the different colors. Carrie, this is the new wheel I got in an estate. No, you didn't. It's a Maja Croft suit. No, you did not. I am so jelly right now. You guys, this is a freaking diamond in the rough. No joke. You are so lucky. This is amazing. You're gonna love this wheel. Seriously, it's a dream. My mom has 2 Maja Crafts, and I'm just like, can you maybe, you know, just bring one down this way and hand it off to me, please? Would possibly be one of the few wheels that I would put my e-spinner away for. That's beautiful. I can't wait to see what you make on it. It is a really good wheel. Miss Vicky, first picture is 2 scarves that I made. Second picture is the mandala gradient blanket I'm making for my sister. The third picture is the blanket I'm making for my niece's boyfriend for Xmas. Fourth picture is said boyfriend and my great nephew. Okay, so here are the scarves. I love them. I particularly like the one with the hood. It has kind of a vintage feel to it color-wise, and I'm always here for that. Here is the mandala gradient blanket that you're making for your sister. This color is beautiful. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Valerian colorway without the green. I love gradient yards, you guys. They're so neat. And then this is the blanket for your niece's boyfriend for Xmas. Still, also vintage vibe to it. Gotta love it. I really like this color. I really like this color. Is that Victoria, actually? I think that might be Buttons and Bravery. I actually really like this color, too. And then here is said boyfriend and your great nephew. What an adorable photo. I love this. Oh, his outfit is too cute. Fox Goddess, I made some ear warmers from Scarfy yarn on my Addie. Crocheted a blanket from Karen Sprinkles Cakes, and what I've spun to completion this year so far. Time for a project to use it now. This is so cute, and it makes my ears so warm just looking at it. I also really I love where you put the knot. Like, you can see the yarn is slowly starting to change in that area. So you really got it in the perfect place because it looks like it's got light on top of it, right? Because it's popped up there a little bit. So the color placement on this is perfect. It's a great little, tiny little detail. This is the blanket from the Karen Sprinkle Cakes. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It looks so cozy. Is it like kind of like a velvety yarn? Because that's kind of what it looks like. And then here is her hand spun. Oh, makes me happy to see all the hand spun. I think you've got some clockwork. We've got some Reborn in Fire. And then I think that this was the throwback from the Sir Didymus color that we did. Sammy Crochet, here's my cheer team performance. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys had a lot of fun doing this. I know you're in cheer team, that's awesome. Here's my mom, me and my mom in California. Oh, Super Nintendo World, nice. I'm a little jealous. Here we are at Universal Studios. Excellent. Nice and sunny there. Not nearly as cold as it is here, it looks like. Michi, my daughter has been after me for socks. So here are her house socks. I used the Premier Basic Mosaic in the colorway Prism. And I made a keyhole shawl not too long ago using a Karen Big Donut Ogo in the colorway Spiced Ginger. Love these little palette cleansing projects. I do too. Those types of projects are the best, right? That's what this hat's gonna be. These are so cute and so fun, and I hope she loves them and that she stops pestering you. Elizabeth, that's exciting. Oh my gosh. Crocheted socks, man. You guys are just the best. You're amazing. This is so pretty. It kind of looks like candy corn, but it's really, really pretty. I love the structure on it. Please forgive the extra photo. You're fine. JK, please forgive the extra photo. I wanted to share the scarf my mom made while she was visiting. I still laugh that she used my stash yarn instead of hers that she got from Oregon Flock and Fiber. The warp is Bad Wolf, which is from the Doctor Who box set last year. Last year? Yeah. The weft is Teenage Angst in Cynthia's lunchbox, and the last of the Bad Wolf warp for Stripes. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm happy that she had fun making it too. You guys, you should go in and look at these pictures. I'm always mesmerized by when people do warping. Like, it's just so cool. That by itself just looks so cool to me. I might have to bring Bad Wolf back as a fiber. I think it would be really pretty as a fiber. Ashley, fun things for the last few days. Look at this little ghost with the witch hat. It's too stinking cute. My heart. And then this little spider with all his eyeballs. Adorable. Oh, by the way, Halloween, we talked about that. Remember how I promised you guys I would show you a full complete costume? I couldn't because I didn't have a full complete costume. Everything that could go wrong in Halloween went wrong in Halloween costume-wise. I ended up wearing a different costume with the witch hat. Worked out just fine, but the corset did not happen, unfortunately. But you know what? I'm still working on it. I'll wear it for a Ren Fair or something. Yarn Pirate, Stress crocheted a giant cardigan. Why were you stressed? Oh my goodness. And Goose the Cat for scale. This is giant and it looks so cozy and delicious. This is going to be the cardigan you wear outside when it's snowing and you want to sit out and watch the snow and knit another or crochet another cardigan. Exactly, JK. Exactly. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's it. That's what we got. Holy moly. And we're just a little bit over time. Not too bad at all. What a great evening. I got to work on my hat a little bit. We got to talk about box sets. We got to talk about what's coming in 2025. We got to talk about Black Friday. We got to talk about patrons. And we're going to cover all that real quickly again. Remember, you can still order box sets. If you want the patron exclusive colorway, though, you do need to be a paid tier member of Patreon. It can even be Zuzu's Zealots, which is just $1 a month. So you head over to patreon.com/BossKitty and sign up today for that. You can get your box set at BossKittyShop.com. There's all sorts of options. We do have Black Friday next week from this Friday. Everything in the store will be 30% off except for the box sets and the holiday colorway, and that holiday colorway is only available to patrons. If you are an annual subscriber, so you've subscribed for a full year at the Hazel's Heroes level, you will get a free skein or bump of the holiday colorway sent to you free of charge. You don't have to pay for the fiber. You don't have to pay for the shipping and handling. I will be reaching out to each of you to find out if you want fiber or what base you want, Cat's Cradle, BKDK, or Floof. I'm waiting until the color comes out and you see it on Friday before I ask you, because I want you to be able to see it before you make that decision. If you want to order more than that, let me know and we'll put that order in and we'll make sure they're all the same dye lot. But if you are an annual subscriber at the Hazel Heroes level, and I think we've got 2, maybe 3 of those right now, you do get that free skein or free bump of fiber. That's a thank you from us to you. And there's still time to sign up for that. I don't know how long the holiday colorway is going to be available. It might be just available from Friday through Monday during the sale. I have to talk to TK about that. It's probably going to be the case, but I'm not sure. Other than that, my loves, let me see. I think that's everything. I hope if you celebrate some form of Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, whatever it is, if you get together with family or friends and eat a huge meal that day, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope that it's everything you want it to be. And I hope, you get to see people that you really care about. And I really hope to see you all the following Friday, Black Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, right here at BossKittyLive.com. We're going to HSN it up. Please keep in mind, I am not filling stock. I'm not restocking before the show. So it looks pretty thin on the shop, but if you order to dye to order, right? So if you order something that we're out of stock, it's still 30% off. And you'll still have it before Christmas. So just keep that in mind. The only things that are not 30% off, box sets, holiday colorway, and gift cards. I just need to make sure we're all on the same page for that as well. I love you all. I hope you have a great 2 weeks and, well, actually a week and a half. And until next time, my loves, we're going to say, craft something beautiful. Good night.